Whenever you're ready to be bold, it's time for Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor. Call 337-404-1703. Find them on Facebook or book your appointment through Vagaroo. Whether it's a beautiful cut, the perfect color, or just a fresh update, Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor has you covered. They're right behind Domino's in Leesville at 1614 South 5th Street. And remember, be good to your hair. You wear it every single day. That's Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor in Leesville. Call 337-404-1703 today.
Let's be honest, you don't want to spend money in a business that smells like an armpit or a dipsty dumpster. Here at Leesville Tattoo, we keep the shop smelling great with the help of Christie's candles. They're so strong, we rarely light them. We just open the lids and let them do their magic. Do your nose and your company a favor. Open some of Christie's candles around your place and make living peaceful a priority. Christie's candles available exclusively at Leesville Tattoos.
Carrie Joe Photoco is the only choice when you're serious about preserving those special moments that only happen once in a lifetime. Weddings, engagements, graduations, grand openings, organizations, and events. Carrie Joe Photoco are the professionals. Need your event filmed? At Carrie Joe Photoco, it's not a problem. With hundreds of special events, thousands of painstaking creative hours, and millions of beautiful moments and memories captured, Carrie Joe Photoco has all the experience you require when nothing less than the best will do. 337-591-1748. 337-591-1748. Carrie Joe Photoco on social media and kmphotoandfilm.com. Don't wait till it's too late to preserve your moment forever with Carrie Joe Photoco. 337-591-1748 and kmphotoandfilm.com. That's Carrie Joe Photoco.
Hey y'all, it's Carrie Jo, and welcome to The Truth Serum. Life is loud, messy, and a little crazy sometimes, and too often it feels like nobody's really hearing us. Like we're talking, but the world's not listening. On top of that, we're surrounded by negativity that tears us down when what we really need is more honesty, more support, and more real conversations that lift us up. So that's what we're doing here. The subjects that feel too dark or off limits, we're talking about them. Those uncomfortable moments you found yourself in and thought, I can't be the only one, we're talking about it. The dangerous, the taboo, the things people would rather sweep under the rug, we're talking about those too. Unfiltered, unashamed, unapologetic, and authentic. This is where the truth lives and where we can finally say the things we've been holding back. So pull up a chair, hit play, and let's talk about it on The Truth Serum with Carrie Jo.
There we go.
It was like, you got a bandit? And I was like, not really, but
What?
You've seen me do these, right?
Mhm.
These are awesome.
I used to dip whenever I was...
Hey, nothing wrong with that, too. Funny
Good
story
deal.
behind that. Remind me later, and I'll tell you about what happened to me in
Hey.
Hazard County, Kentucky.
Did you swallow it?
Oh, I did a lot more than that, dear.
That's exactly why I quit, because that was enough.
It's a wild story.
All right. Welcome into Leesville Tattoos and Views. Again, we started without you a little bit, but that's all right. We got the full crew in. Man, it's been a wild couple of weeks here over the holidays with New Year's and Christmas and everybody traveling and Josh and his
AIDS.
the pleasures of being a business owner and the pleasures of owning a business where the plumbing is still Queen Anne era ceramic pipe.
I mean, it is horrible. It's 85 years old, the building. It's a beautiful building. It's historical. Love it. But, man, we're ripping it out and putting in everything new. It's horrible.
Oh, they're not going to be picky about keeping it historic or anything.
We're having to rip
You
the
said,
whole
Marion, you don't
undercarriage
understand.
out of this thing and
Yeah.
putting in a brand new plumbing system.
Okay.
So
'cause
the
it's-
building's still going to be there.
Yeah.
The bones are still good.
Yeah.
It's we're taking a mini track hoe and a jackhammer inside the building and ripping it out.
There's no
crazy.
floor.
There is no
And
floor.
He sent me a picture, because I
That's
was like,
got
hey,
some
man,
pictures.
Yeah.
how's it going?
I
And
may
he
not
was
have
like,
got them.
we're
but-
doing plumbing stuff. And the picture he sent, there's like a 3-foot wide, 6-foot deep trench through the middle
Of the
Oh
restaurant.
of the
my
restaurant
gosh.
going outside. The parking lot's got a
Ripped up.
I mean, it is.
You got to meet the main out
Yeah.
there.
It is
Yeah.
What he's doing is he's putting in the world's largest salad bar with the world's second largest sneeze guard.
But that's one of the things people don't tell you about being a business owner.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and being self-employed, you don't have nobody to turn around and be like, "Oh, you got that?"
Yeah.
Nope.
You
It's
got
like,
to
oops.
know.
Every
Yeah.
day. And
Yeah.
nobody's paid me yet for not cooking burgers. So,
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing when your business is
Yeah.
down. You know,
That's
not
it.
only the repairs, but the what
Loss
you're
of income,
losing
yeah.
in
Yeah,
income.
you not only have money not coming in, but
Bills
you're
still
still
due.
the
Yeah.
bills are still going out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
water,
You're
electric,
talking about that, and I know all of you being business owners feel this. But I was listening to a podcast not too long ago with some friends that were talking about rock stars that need to retire, and not just rock stars. There's some country artists that need to retire too.
Snoop Dogg.
There's a lot of artists across genres that have been doing it a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But what they were talking about, and this is the side that most people don't understand, and they were actually speaking in reference to both the band Foreigner and the band Metallica, because Foreigner has announced that they're going on their last tour. There isn't a single original member of that band,
Wow.
but they were a faceless band when they came out, so no one was going, "Hey, old Mick isn't in the band." No one knows what they look like. So as long as it sounds like the hits, they're cool. But they've been doing it a long time, and so they asked some of the guys that are in the band now, how they felt about retiring and moving on. And then they asked Metallica sort of the same question, and they all had the same answer in that, yeah, we don't need the money. We're financially well off. We don't really have anything else to accomplish. We have all the hits we could ever want, but it's the people that we're responsible for,
Yeah.
the people in the organization.
Yeah.
Metallica's fingers reach out to about 1,000 people in their organization that they
wow.
employ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Foreigners is a little less. It's probably 200.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they're thinking about all those people that are about to lose their jobs.
Yeah, if
Oh,
they
when they
retire,
quit,
I didn't
right.
think about that. Yeah.
And most people don't think about that. Well, most people don't think about that with a business because, especially like with you, Mary, and with you, Josh, you have other mouths you're thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
If you close the door,
Oh yeah.
those mouths don't
And,
get fed.
That
Yeah.
stays on the forefront of my mind 90% of the time. It's not even about my schedule. It's about, hey, are the girls booked, or
Yeah.
what do I need to do to market to get more people in?
Right.
It's all about my employees, because those people, and I wish people could understand how annoyed I get to watch certain employers treat their employees a certain way, and never do a little bit of self-reflection and realize those people make you who you are at the end of the day, and you better treat them right, or you will not have the business you have.
Yeah.
So I'm never thinking about myself. It's always about, okay,
Right.
what can I do to further their books?
And I imagine, Josh, you're kind of in that same boat.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
definitely.
of course, you've got that super cool building, that super cool location. I mean, you're literally in the middle of everything in a historic building. And I know what she's talking about with that historic thing, because I have a friend that has the old hotel downtown, and when she got ready to redo the windows,
Yeah.
they basically told her they have to be historically correct. Well, that was 139 windows, all different sizes,
Yeah.
all had to be handmade. And she went, "Y'all are ridiculous."
And you have to have historic money for
Right.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, let me put in vinyl windows, keep the pigeons out of here,
Yeah.
and it'll stop ruining the business, and they'll stop shitting on the people trying to enjoy downtown. And
Well, it's
you
like,
know.
what do you want? A nice establishment that is
Right.
taken care of, or you just want it to continue to go downhill
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not
And that's what
not
a lot
be
of people don't
fixed?
understand about, my place is like, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
fix the windows because they're historic to the building. They have to
Right.
be glazed in. Nobody cuts glass and
I
glazes
was about
glass.
to
No.
say nobody builds like that
Yeah.
anymore.
No,
Yeah.
it's all handcrafted stuff
and
from
the
the
guy
1940s.
that you'd have to pay to come in to do
Oh,
that, I don't even
yeah,
want to
yeah.
I
know.
can't even get them to call me back.
Yeah.
They said
There's
no.
there's probably like 3 glass maker cutters, glazers in the
Yeah.
whole country now.
Yeah,
But
just have the equipment to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
to Mary's point with the employees, and Cody, you mentioned the peripheral, the people involved in the organization. When Speakeasy was at its height, it wasn't just the 3 other tattoo artists I had in there. Somebody asked me one time, just how many people are you know, being taken care of by this place, and just adding it all up. You know, when you look at the secretaries, the accountant, the lawyer, you know, how many, it was
How many
probably
hands are in
15,
it?
18 people that
Yeah.
were pulling something out
Yeah.
of that business every month
Mm-hmm.
to some degree or another. And y- your employees, this caught me off guard. When they had an issue,
Mm-hmm.
it tended to become my issue.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Unintentionally
Yeah,
or intentionally, but you know, if something, you know, if their car broke down, if their wife wasn't happy with their work schedule, if
Yeah.
you know,
you
Kid
get
got sick.
yeah.
yeah, absolutely, it
Well,
kind of,
because at the end of the day, it falls right back on you.
yes,
You know.
ma'am, it sure does.
And you can't help life circumstances, and I
No.
don't never get upset. Like the other day, I had to go to Market Basket, pick up all the stuff for Etouffee and stuff. Well, I had a girl working, and she called me and was like, "Oh my God, I am so sorry. I have forgot my keys." She had one haircut for the day, so I turned around, come back, and I said, "I got you. It's all right." I was still, I wasn't
Yeah.
too far out of town, but it's small things like that
Life.
you just got to take care of.
It just eats away at you
Yeah.
and your time.
Life is
like,
going to
oh.
life you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it wasn't in your plans to be shut down for 2,
2
3,
weeks.
4 weeks
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
a holiday.
It's been horrible.
So this would be new year, new place.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's like I told my wife. I was like, we're gonna paint. We're gonna do everything that we want to do.
Right
and get it
now.
all fixed
Yeah,
up. Put
yeah.
new, everything. So
Yeah.
So are you whitewashing and just starting over, or you got it in mind what you're doing yet? I
I
mean,
have not a clue because
Really?
yeah, she has to be
Ooh.
involved in.
I bet
we
she's
had a-
on Pinterest. Like,
we
babe.
had a deep discussion about that, and she's like, "Fine, just do whatever you want." And I was like, "I know what that means."
Mhm,
Yeah.
I'm
do
definitely not
not
doing
do
that.
what you want. Yeah. I'm
You
just gonna
told me
toss
to do
that out
whatever I
there.
want, but that's not on the table
Younger
anymore.
Josh would have been like, "Hell yeah, all right, I got this."
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
older, smarter, married Josh
Yeah.
knows he's
Well,
figured out the
He's
code.
like, you're
Not
not
all.
using reverse psychology on me, babe.
I know how this works.
Not this year.
That's right.
That may
I'm
have been
a
a
year smarter now.
2025 thing, but
Yeah.
this is 2026.
Be working on my third month on the couch. You know?
Yeah.
Man, I think about you every day because I just, I woke up this morning and I was like, God Almighty, I hope they make some progress. I hope he's a little closer because,
And it's cascading event, so the plumber is shorthanded, construction company shorthanded.
And the
I
time
mean,
of the year it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's like nobody wants to work. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to do their thing, and it's just trying to get guys to show up and do the job. It's just been horrible.
well, I'm without a vehicle. I'm on foot. I'm depending on my brother and everybody to get me back and forth. I tried for a week to get somebody to fix my vehicle, and the mechanic shops were closed, not just one, but
all
multiple.
No, don't get me wrong. They were all open. It was just when he called, they went, no. We've seen
most
your
of them are close to
vehicle."
What happened to your
fit.
car?
Yeah.
It's
He-
got
he drove it.
205,000 miles on it.
He said
yeah.
he has drove it a lot.
He drove it a
Yeah,
lot.
so
Yeah.
it needs, new front end,
Oh wow, okay. All
ball
the-
joints,
all the things.
swing arms. I mean, there's so much stuff worn out on it. Spark plugs, timing needs to be
I can
readjusted.
see them like
but
letting the
it's-
doors down. Like, nope, he's coming.
Exactly.
Not this
You're
guy.
not
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's like Fat Albert showing up to the buffet. No, we close.
Closed.
We close now.
Can you believe he's still driving that car?
Yeah. But you talking about it being the time of the year and all that, man. This lack of good help has been going on for a
Yeah.
long time.
Ever since COVID.
I mean, trying to find people to work, and at this point in my job, I would much rather have someone that is substandard, that shows up every day on time,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't cause any waves,
Coachable.
doesn't make a mess.
Yeah.
Yep. Doesn't know
Please.
everything already,
Mhm.
is respectful. I will take that guy or girl over the 20 years experience. I already know everything.
Yeah.
I'm
but
gonna be 30 minutes
I'm
late
gonna be
every
30
morning
minutes
just
late, yep.
because I can.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with that person.
Mhm.
I'd rather deal with the person that, that's hungry, starting
Mhm.
out,
Yeah.
wants
Yeah.
to learn, wants to get
Well,
going.
it's like that person pushes you even
Oh,
further because
absolutely.
you have to kind of tweak your game when you have someone you hire like that because you're like, okay, I got to show them all the ropes. Let me not be rusty.
Yeah.
Well, and if you show them the ropes, then they're doing it your way, as opposed to that they already know everything, and now you're having to correct bad habits
Right.
and that
I
sort
had
of thing.
two fresh out of school,
Yeah.
girls start for me, and that scares a lot of salons because they teach you to pass state board. Don't get me wrong, you know how to cut hair and everything, but like being behind the chair is just such a different experience.
Right,
Your
yeah.
personality, your confidence has to be there. So, starting with them, that's the way I thought about it. I, asked all the other girls that I had working, when we bring them in, they're going to have a lot of questions. How do y'all feel about this? Of course, I've got a good group of girls. They were like, we've all been there,
Yeah.
we're going to help them. So, but they're really. I showed one earlier today, a kid's cut, because I had one day of men's cuts in school, and that was it. And then you get tossed on the floor, and you're like, well,
You can't
okay.
screw it up.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
Well,
care.
and literally, my instructor was like, they're gonna put a hat on it anyway. So, but trying to catch them up on being a little behind on men's
Right.
cuts, because we do have a lot of walk-in men's
Yeah.
cuts.
Well, it's funny you said that because I've seen a couple of guys leave and they've got a hat on.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Immediately after they get up, they
Get
put a
their
hat
hair
on.
cut.
And for me, whenever I cut a man's hair, we're gonna use the clippers. We're gonna, or
Right.
whatever your preference is. But I like to blow dry it and blend it in real nicely. And they'll
Yeah.
turn them around. I'm like, what do you think? And then they're like, put the hat on. I'm
Yep.
like, all that for nothing. Like,
You just wrecked
you
the
couldn't
last
have did it in the car, Like,
Why don't you just cut their hair with the hat on?
yeah, literally. That would be a great line.
Yeah.
The bowl cut.
What's hanging out?
Yeah.
Cut the what's hanging out?
Whatever's hanging out, that's coming off.
And there's a haircut called the ice cream scoop for men. Okay. It's like, but they train it by wearing a hat and flipping it out.
Wow.
But they just want it trimmed just enough, where it's not too crazy flipping out.
Oh yeah, the younger guys do that.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
I've seen
They,
that.
Yeah.
They'll work on that hair more than I do.
What's the hairstyle that looks like broccoli?
I don't.
These
saw
dudes are walking
one.
around looking like broccoli. It's like,
it's faded up very nicely, and then from like your occipital on, it's like you got electrocuted. Like
it's like they got
I don't
permed
know.
or
Boy,
something.
I hate when I stub my occipital. Boy, that hurts really
that's
bad.
a fancy word.
That
for
is. She's
Kicked
using
me
big
right
words.
in the
backbone.
Kicked me right in the occipitals, and I didn't know what happened. The
big
next thing
word.
I know, I could taste next week.
I'm over here trying to have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
what is
that?
You're
that?
not cutting none of my occipitals.
Yeah,
Whatever
that is usually where men have the roll in the back. Right,
Oh,
that
yeah,
occipital.
the neck
Yep,
roll.
it's like-
the-
You talking about the hot dog wieners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta open it up, get in there.
I bet that smells good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
That's right where the hat rests,
That's why,
right?
I didn't mind the mask during COVID because it was saving me from a lot.
Oh
There's like there were some
Yeah.
benefits to
Yeah.
it.
And you can make a face underneath it without facing.
And you could perfume it, so you
Yeah.
don't smell it. So, well, the other problem is if you have someone that comes in that's green and ugly, or someone that comes in that knows everything, if you don't train them, then you have a terrible employee. Because someone said, well, what happens if they come in, you train them, and then they leave? What happens if you come in, you don't train them, and they stay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
then
way
that
worse
would be
off.
More of a headache.
Yeah. So
I would prefer you to do it the way I do it.
Yeah.
That way I ain't got to go back,
I'll say this, though, talking about that in teaching an old dog new tricks. When I was playing in Stryker years ago, and I was member number 27 or whatever, and so they had everything down. I mean, when I say it was a well-oiled machine from load in to tear out. I mean, it was all, everybody had their job. Everybody knew right what they were doing. So when I got there, they had to show me their procedures and how they did everything. And one of those things was doing racks and stacks, which is your power amps and processing, and then your speakers. And the speakers were massive. I mean, this was back before everything got small and powerful. And so anyway, we were stacking up dual 18 subs and then putting these massive speakers on top of those as we went. So they had showed me their procedure for loading these speakers up and how we would load them in and then stack them. So member number 32 joins the band, whatever he was, and he comes in and we're showing him the procedure, and he looks at all of us like we're crazy, and he's going, "Why are y'all lifting these big ass heavy speakers up on top of the?" And we're like, "Well, I was
'Cause they
supposed to
told
get
us
them up
to.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, well, it's all leverage. And he pulled it over, put the lip up, and then pushed it up and did it all by himself. And we were like,
Ha.
just because you've been doing something 20 years doesn't mean you've been doing it right, 20
Right.
years.
Yeah.
So an old
yeah.
dog can learn new tricks.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
I
Yeah.
tell everybody that when someone comes in and I'm training them, they say, like, what's the worst day you've had? The one where I didn't learn anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because every day I learn something new. And I can learn something from somebody that doesn't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
They may do something by accident. And I
And
go,
you're like, that's what not to do.
Right, right. Or great idea.
Yeah.
I would have
yeah.
never thought of it, from the mouth of babes. They don't know any better.
Mhm.
So maybe they just invented a new way of doing something,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So
They're
and
looking
that's why I
at it
tell
with fresh
everybody.
eyes.
With
Yeah.
completely fresh eyes. And that's, kind of what he was doing, going, why are y'all doing it like this? Or, work harder, not, smarter, not harder.
Mhm.
Right.
So I'm always open to, to any kind of suggestion as far as making life easier,
Yeah.
no matter what it is. And I think you can learn something from just about everybody.
Well, I learned Mary can make some etouffee.
Oh, man.
What?
Can she? Yeah.
Can
I'm so
she?
glad y'all like it.
Man,
We're gonna
that was
post some
awesome.
pictures with this. Man.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting
That's a
spoiled
good
here
recipe.
now. This is
Yeah.
crazy, man. Josh comes in with pizza. He doesn't even have a restaurant, and he apologized for not bringing
know.
pizza. I'm like,
We're looking at it like a bonus. Like
Yeah.
dude, are you kidding me?
Mary came in clutch though, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got
That
you.
stuff was awesome.
She come up big time, but don't think we take it for granted, Josh. You
Yeah,
don't
man.
understand. I told Lee, I said,
We're not going to
"Dang,
ask for etouffee every week.
Yeah. not
just every
week.
other
Well,
week.
Every
Yeah.
other week.
Yeah.
I said, man, we're gonna have to do Tostinos today.
Well, what was crazy, I had a medical emergency with some family members I had to leave state for and go help them. Well, Josh hooked my kid up because before your restaurant broke, you got a delivery of pizzas
yeah.
broken
Yeah.
that you
Oh,
could not
yeah.
Couldn't
use.
sell the crust.
And
Yeah.
this was crazy, So my kid's calling me like, Dad, Josh sent me home with some pizza. I was like, well, what?
Well,
what did
that's
you
so
get?"
sweet.
He's
yeah.
like, well, yeah, he couldn't sell it. It's all messed up. It's like broken. It's fugazi. I was like, so he's like, yeah, you can't sell it. I'm like, now that's some crap.
Yeah.
You got to load in.
Yeah.
You can't sell. I mean, like,
I had
dude,
that happen with product a lot of the time.
Yeah.
and
Really?
It's just like the caps are busted or, because we have a little soapery in there. So we do laundry detergent
Wow.
and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll, have $200 worth of laundry detergent come in. 4 or 5 of them's busted. Of
ouch.
course, I'm like, I'll take it home and use it. It isn't like it's
Right.
going to waste.
Right,
But like
yeah.
with food,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
I gave it to him because
Yeah.
I'm going to get reimbursed
Yeah.
for that product. You know,
Yeah.
but it just goes down to shipping and the amount of people that care
Yeah.
when they're handling the products.
Oh, yeah.
It goes through so many hands and,
Yeah.
and loading docks and
Yeah.
Yeah.
on and off trucks, and it's
Oh,
just nobody cares.
But you're planning on having that product
Oh,
available,
yeah, that-
and now it's
Mhm.
gone.
That's gone. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you have to keep a par level up. So
That's crazy. That is
just trying to
crazy.
do that.
It's hard to sell things you don't have.
That's right, man. And if you don't have it, man, people
Yeah.
get mad.
He's like,
Well,
yeah, I know.
They get off if you don't have. And
Mhm.
they've gone on week 2 now of having burger withdrawals. So.
But I'm like, I hate to talk about anything, but like, have y'all been through Burger King lately?
No.
Mm.
I went through there one time and
very rarely
ordered
eat
a
fast
burger, and they're like, we don't have ketchup, we don't have mustard,
Yeah.
we don't have that. And I'm just like, oh, okay, thank you for your time. Like,
Yeah.
But it was like,
They're going down the laundry
y'all
list of stuff they don't
know
have.
that you need this.
Yeah, essential to
Who
a burger
is
joint.
not ordering this?
Right.
We'll sell you a burger, no meat.
Yeah.
One of my funnest stories is Burger King, and this was during the lockdowns, and we went through there, me and the wife, and she gets the same thing every time. I very rarely eat at Burger King, so I have to look at the menu and figure out what doesn't have seeds on it. And
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
it's big to do. So we go in there, and their thing is have it your way, right?
Mhm.
So we pull up.
Until you can't.
Well, and that was the funniest part about this, because we pull up and the girl comes on the speaker and she yeah, welcome Burger King, can I help you? And I said, yeah, we'll have whatever it is, your 2 for $10. And she's like, okay, what would you like on that 2 for $10? And I was like, whatever it was, like the fish sandwich and she goes, yeah, we don't have any of that.
Oh, wow.
I said, okay,
Try
well, I said, all right, well then how about your blah, 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 blah. She goes, no, we don't have any of that either.
Yeah.
I said, okay, what do you have?
Yeah. Tell me what I'm
Let's-
going to eat
let's
tonight.
start there.
And she said, well, we have the whatever it was, like the Western burger and the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, so we can have it our way as long as it's your way,
Yeah.
right? That's the only way we're getting it. And then she goes through and she goes, yeah, and we don't have any pickles and we don't have any ice.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
we
It's
don't
the
have any.
condiments, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's going
You
through
know
this
you need
whole
it.
list. Well, I'm just dying laughing at this point. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, why are y'all even open?
Yeah.
Right.
And she goes, honey, I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Oh, wow.
She said everyone called in and I had to come in. We pull around and she's in civvies.
Oh,
She's
wow.
not even in.
Probably the manager.
No, she wasn't even the manager.
Oh, wow.
Matter of fact, she had said that she had quit like 2 weeks before, and they had to call her back in. And so,
And she
bet
did it?
you, I was in the drive-through that day.
yeah.
Okay, because I've had quite a few run-ins with Burger King. I was literally in the drive-through going to order to take home. Well, I see a crew, like all their Burger King shirts on, walking to their cars. So I'm waiting, and a little lady comes on, and I said, "Yeah, can I take your order?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And she's like, "Oh, well, we're not going to be able to do that today." She said, "Everybody literally just walked out." And I was
Just
like,
quit.
damn,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what is going on in Burger King?
Yeah.
But then the next day, I'm at Lebo's getting my Red Bull and everything for the morning. The manager walks in. Well, I was behind a guy standing at the counter, and she let into him. Obviously, he was one of the workers that walked out. And that was the funniest thing because she's like, y'all young as y'all know nothing about keeping a damn job,
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even know how you in here buying that. I'm like,
Yeah.
"God."
Well, something else that people don't realize, especially about business, is when you lose something. And I bring this up because I saw this on Reddit, and they asked if you have $100 product and someone comes in and steals that $100 product, how much did the business lose? And all these dum-dums were like, I'm going to say 95% of them were like, well, they lost $50 or
Oh my
they lost $100 or they're just out the price of the. And I'm like, y'all don't understand micro or macroeconomics at all, because not only did you lose the $100 for the product, you lost the $100 it cost to buy that product.
Right.
Now you're going to have to sell 2 of those to
To make
replace
up
the
for that.
original one.
Mhm.
And once those 2 sell, now you've broken even.
Mhm.
And that's at a 50% markup.
Mhm.
At a 20% markup, you're going to have to sell 10 of them
Mhm.
to make up for the one that was stolen.
It's
And
like-
these idiots are going, well, you only $100, he lost $50. This is why you're not in business,
Yeah.
stupid.
I was on a
Probably works at Burger King.
hairdresser
Probably.
forum. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
doesn't work at Burger
Or
King.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Not anymore.
But you know what kills me, and I don't never get angry with someone who's like, "Why is your prices so much?" Because hey, let's sit down, let's talk about this.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to know?
Because
Yeah.
it's just like it doesn't dawn on people.
Where's the tinfoil hat? I feel it coming.
Like if you're in business and you're self-employed, you are paying your own taxes, you are paying your health care, you are paying your 401k.
No, you're not paying
like-
just that. You're paying everyone else's
Yeah.
health
Well,
care
yeah,
and
yeah.
401k.
Right,
and-
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, they don't take all that into accountability. The credit card machine,
Yep.
those fees.
Yep.
Ugh, like I don't want to talk about it.
Only going up.
Yep.
But I broke it down. The class I took, like it had you break down your electric bill
Mm-hmm.
so that you knew how much it cost for that person to sit in that chair for 3 hours and
Yeah.
get her hair done, because we are using hot tools. You are using gallons of water every day. Not to mention the fees that are associated with just having water.
Mhm.
Like, there's a $1 fee here in Leesville for clean
Oh, yeah.
drinking water.
I just sent the water bill in.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yep.
There's a $15 fee for commercial electricity.
Yeah. Just because you're a commercial
Just
business.
because I'm
Just
a
because you're in business.
And a lot of people think that you save money because you are a business owner, but no, not on the
No.
back end,
And
because
y-
they're looking to
Yeah.
how I can take it.
and God forbid, you have a disaster, something
Mhm.
breaks, something goes out.
And you don't
something-
have funding for that,
Yeah.
you're in a pickle.
And it just seems like they want to leverage the fact you have a business. The $15 charge. It's like, oh, thank you, Daddy. Stick it in a little further. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, can I have some more?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it just does not stop.
Doesn't
No.
stop.
They're just
No.
taking turns on you. I had a client come in. Well, he was not a client. I've never worked on him before, but he was wanting to get his wife tattooed and told me what he wanted. I told him what it would cost, and he just had this look of shock on his face. And
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
right then, this
It
wasn't
struck a
going to happen.
nerve. Yeah.
Because he's trying to get something as cheaply as he possibly can.
Mm-hmm. In which we understand
Oh, yeah.
that,
Yeah,
but
I get it, but
yeah.
I'm not here to lose money.
You're
Yeah.
in
I'd
business
rather
to make money. Yeah.
Not do it and save my gloves, save my paper
Save
towel,
your
save
mental,
my water, save
yeah,
my,
right.
like not spend the money. And,
Mhm.
if you can't at least come up, I mean, but they don't get it, right?
No.
I mean, they're used to working a paycheck job and.
Well, and
okay.
they're not running the numbers like we are.
No.
Yeah.
They're not seeing the profit margin. They're not seeing what product costs for the week.
Oh,
Yeah. So when they don't see those numbers, but when I was on that stylist forum, that's what I noticed the most was, they allow clients to comment, and a lot of them were just like, well, I don't understand why it's $45 for a haircut. And, of course, all the salons, all of them are,
Right.
hey, did you think that the shampoo we use at the back bar is free?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
the water, the blow drying and stuff like that. And that person went to school to do this. She had to pay for that. Like, and every year we have to continue our education. So we're still paying for it.
Yeah, and license. Don't you
Yeah.
have to pay that?
And our
re-up?
license just went up,
yeah. And they don't take into consideration the wear and tear on your hands, your knees, your feet, your eyes, I mean, there's
ergonomically, your body from doing
Oh,
hair for, let's just say 15 years, your back is shot, your hands are,
Yeah.
like.
I had a guy ask me one time, he's like, well, why is it this much? I could go to my homie over in the house. I was like, well, go to your buddy in the house.
Homie, yeah.
You're paying me for the 20 plus years I've been doing this. You're paying
Right.
me for my experience. I'm not going to jack your skin up.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But, hey, man.
Or you can
you'd
dig
think
for
they-
the discount.
Yeah.
Right.
You would think they would want to skimp on that. I
well,
don't know.
you would think
Especially
not.
This is the Burger King of
Yeah.
tattoos here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll,
The Burger King.
yeah. You'll spend $300 on a pair of shoes, but you want that tattoo for $10 and
Yeah.
And them
Puff of
shoes are
weed.
going to wear out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can only do so much. You can't make everybody happy.
So, do y'all have a New Year's resolution? Anybody do that? Does people still do that?
Mine for this year is just not chasing my tail.
Right.
So
Good luck with that.
being a little more organized is definitely top of my list.
I like that one.
Getting up at 6:30 a.m. trying to get in a workout.
There you go.
Is it working? Yeah, sometimes, but
It's only day 2,
I was
right?
about to say, when did I start? I started 3 days ago.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Very cool.
So next podcast, we'll see how that's going.
Cody, what about you?
Giving grace, man.
All right.
Oh,
I need to be
yes.
much, much better at that. And I'll tell you why. One of the reasons I used to have such terrible road rage. I mean, terrible road rage. If I had a vehicle bazooka, they wouldn't have to worry about world depopulation. I'd have
Yeah.
taken care of it. Our roads would be so much better off. But when Mom got sick, it changed my perspective on everything because she became that driver that was giving me such horrible road rage.
She was teaching you a lesson. You just didn't even know it. Huh?
Well, that's exactly right. And I
Yep.
learned a lot
Yeah.
in those 3 or 4 years. I mean, I grew a whole lot. I actually probably grew up in that time because Lord knows I didn't in my first 40 years. So, yeah. But
It's okay
so,
to be a late bloomer.
well, I just see
I'm
it
still
now.
working on it.
I just see it now with so much and just think, but for the grace of God go I. And there's no telling what that person is going through.
Well,
They may have just lost a loved one. They may have just lost a child 5
And
minutes
they're,
ago. Yeah, you
driving
don't know about
45
it.
because I'm disassociated.
Right.
Like,
or
it's
just
not-
lost. And I mean, I
Right.
can't tell you how many times I've probably driven through a red light because I wasn't paying attention. I'm just off in my own world. I'm not texting or driving any of
Yeah.
that. I'm just,
You're in your head.
I'm in
yeah.
my head. Yeah, not really paying attention or whatever. So, but I'm not only doing that in traffic, but just in general, life in general. Be much kinder to everybody that you see and, just have a lot more grace because you don't know what people are going through. The other side of that is I am so old at this point, I am aggravated with the bullshit. And my bullshit meter
It's
is
broke.
it is absolutely broke. So I don't deal with stupidity very well. So I'm having to use I'm having to walk that fine line. Do they deserve the grace, or are they just an idiot that's wasting my oxygen?
That's where, yeah.
Because like I say,
But being self-reflective and realizing that person might be going through something, and they do deserve the grace because that's not who they are right now.
Right.
That's not who they are to the core.
Yeah.
It's just who they are right now in life.
And I say that a lot, and I think a lot of times I just say, maybe their shoes are too tight.
Right.
Mhm.
Maybe
And
they're
stupid
just-
people don't know they're stupid.
And that's the problem.
know-
That is the problem.
I think a
Too
lot,
stupid to realize they're stupid.
They're stupid.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they don't
They're-
realize that they're dumb.
And they walk around just
Yeah,
like
they
Breathing our oxygen.
yeah.
yeah.
Vote
It's
and breathe.
horrible. I don't know. How about you, Lee? You got a New Year's resolution?
Don't die. Don't suck. Simple
good person.
things.
That's
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Due to extenuating circumstances and after further consideration, I've decided I'm probably going to be a little bit more militant, probably a little bit more
Yeah,
I like it,
conservative.
yeah.
No, I mean, it's basic stuff. Enjoy the now.
Yeah.
I've found depression tends to be living in the past. Anxiety tends to be worried about the future.
Yeah.
And
You're just not on enough SSRIs.
no, I'm on no medication. Thank
right.
God, knock on wood. I'm fortunate to be the age I am and not have any kind of dependency on pharmaceuticals. But just being in the moment, enjoying the time I have with y'all, doing this, tattooing, being with my kids.
Like that's where life is at.
Just
you know?
grateful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just grateful for the little. It's those little things that add up to a lot.
Right.
Mhm.
That
That are really the big things. What is it? The quote: "The most important work you'll do is within the four walls of your home."
Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause
and
it does. It starts at home.
I've started this exercise where it's butlering. So you're
That's where she can't escape.
put that gag ball in. No. So
what
you're
Haven't heard of
doing
that one.
you're doing little things for yourself. So like, okay,
Oh, okay. I was like, so
you
are you
take-
like catering to the kids?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what?
so you take $20, $10, $100, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it in the coat pocket you're gonna wear next year.
Ah.
You forget about
Oh.
it,
Mhm.
So, but it's little things, right? Before I go to bed in the morning, at night, I go ahead and make the coffee pot
Yeah.
to where all I have to do is turn it
Yeah.
on.
That way, the morning is just sails right through.
So
it.
I'm my own butler,
There you
Mhm.
go.
and write yourself a little note and stick it in that pair of shoes you very rarely
Yeah.
wear.
See, I
you
do
know.
that stuff, but not on purpose like that.
Right?
And
See,
then
I
I'll
forget
I'm like, oh
everything.
my god.
Yeah, I got two kids. All kinds of stuff are in my shoe.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I really like the Lego when you put your
Oh,
foot
yeah.
in the boot and you
Yeah.
meet the Lego. But
Barbie shoes.
it's just being
they're
like-
worse than Legos.
Oh gosh,
The
yeah.
stilettos.
Stilettos,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
World's tiniest stilettos.
Oh my god.
just writing a note about where you were at or where you want to be, and then posting a picture of yourself, going back and looking at it a year from now.
Mm-hmm. Seeing
and-
your growth.
Yeah,
and-
just
yeah.
being able to go, damn, I quit.
I hate seeing pictures of my growth.
But just sometimes growth is.
So it kind of seems like we're
addition by
all on the
subtraction.
page of grace, whether it be grace to yourself, grace to other people.
Yeah, I am my worst critic.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah.
really am.
Well, I would be if I weren't perfect.
He's like, not me.
It's hard to be humble.
That's right.
In so many ways.
That's right. How about you, Josh?
I'm going to be a wiener.
Are you?
Yep. So
Just
I-
decided full-time wiener
a
from here on
full-time
out?
wiener. So
All right.
I'm weaning. I'm going to
Explain-
wean
oh.
myself off of like
'Cause I-
drinking too much.
Do you
okay.
understand
I'm
how
gonna
that
wean
sounded, though?
myself
'Cause I
off.
had, like,
Oh yeah,
I was wondering why y'all were laughing.
I think
'cause
we
I
were
was
on
like,
the same page.
what kind of wiener?
Yep, I'm just going to be a wiener. I'm just going to start weaning myself off of certain things.
All
and
right.
Okay.
Weaning myself off of bad language and weaning myself off of, just try to be a better wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for
okay.
you.
Yeah.
When you first said that, I had visions of you like
Yeah,
walking
it's
into the city hall and
Yeah.
So where are we going
The
with this?
giant,
Yeah.
giant wieners here.
Everybody should be a wiener.
Yeah,
Try to wean yourself
absolutely.
off the bad stuff.
Good
Oh,
luck.
yeah, absolutely.
The giant wieners here. We're getting stuff done. We're going to wean y'all off this government first.
Oh, man, yeah,
I
that'd be
do
great.
have to make a correction. Our previous podcast, I made the comment, my friends in Mexico are 2 hours.
He's like, wait, let me think about
They're
this.
they're 2 hours behind us, not ahead of us.
Gotcha.
I made the comment that they were ahead of us.
Yeah,
It's
they were
my-
living
all
in
my
the future.
buddies in Europe, and they're
They're ahead.
ahead of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My buddies in Mexico are behind. Like
Behind
you.
it's 2 hours before they catch up to where we're at. We're in the
Right.
future of them. But anyway,
Is it because
yeah, the
like
time.
geographically
Yeah, the
going
time difference.
backwards?
So they're when it's 10 o'clock here, it's 8 o'clock there.
Okay,
They're
okay.
on
They're that different
our
time
side of
zone.
the Yucatan Peninsula type thing. So
I
they're
wonder,
almost
do
2
they,
hours.
Do they participate in daylight savings times?
I don't
Some
know.
of them do, some of them don't. I'm working with
Oh.
a producer in Belarus right now, and they don't do daylight savings time, but they're 6
Mm.
hours ahead. And
What
it's
is
been
it?
it's been kind of weird because I told them, I said, look, I was going to have some time on Saturday. I was going to be tracking some other stuff, so I'd go ahead and track their parts too on that
Mhm.
Saturday. And I said, so it'll probably be late Saturday before you get it or whatever. Not thinking they're 6
They're-
hours ahead,
yeah.
right? So by the time I sent it to him, it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't Saturday because
It
I
was your
sent it
Saturday.
late Saturday.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear back from him. I thought, well, he just thought it was terrible, and
Right.
you know, he's
You're
just going to
sitting there
ghost
like,
me
"Oh,
from here.
God."
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is, but no, he sent it back, and he was like, oh no, it's great, love it, all this stuff. He said, but because we were getting near the new year,
Mhm.
and he's obviously somebody, so he was like, I've got all that. No worries.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
just know I'm kind of doing this at my convenience too.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Man, I'm just glad you're not getting in a hurry to get it done or
He said,
anything."
"I'm
I
on
was
your
like,
time, huh?"
yeah." But it didn't dawn on me that they were 6
6
hours
hours
Yeah.
ahead.
But
Yeah.
And then I was worried about, because I had to look real quick, and I just hate this so much. Having to go look and see what their geopolitical stance is with
Yeah.
everything going on over there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I hate to even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
mean, I just want to create with this
Mhm.
this other creative. Let's
Yeah.
just collaborate and see what we come up with, and don't have to worry about all this other stuff.
Mhm.
But
But it's like you gotta have a little background on it.
yeah, you don't want to say the wrong
Yeah.
thing, or
She'd be like, "Oh, you
you know.
don't agree?" Okay.
yeah, And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't care. I don't care what your
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
beliefs
Right,
are. I don't
right.
care. You could be a hardcore communist. Man, you writing great songs?
Mhm.
Cool. I don't care
Yeah.
what
Send
you're
them
doing.
to me.
And
Yeah.
it affects me in no way, shape, or
Right.
form. You're in a whole different country doing your whole different thing. Having said that, I think most people in the world are getting on the same
Same
mind,
page.
though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Because they all see
think-
what's happening,
I think
Yeah.
so too.
I know I
despite
watched
where they're
a
at.
video today of a guy that was leaving Turning Point
Yeah.
USA,
Right.
and
Yeah.
he was saying, how it's not what he originally signed up for,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of
it
course, he was like,
changed.
"Well, I'm gonna definitely upload some more videos." So I'm following him, because I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, tell more."
Well, there's
Yeah.
there's just so much corruption there, and
Mhm.
you say TPUSA, but man,
know.
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it
They've
is
infiltrated everything.
absolute.
Yeah.
There isn't anything that isn't corrupt.
Yeah.
I mean, every stinking bit of it is corrupt. I mean, pick the industry, pick the person, pick your poison, because there's corruption there.
Well,
Yeah.
that's,
Local
even
governments.
like
Yeah.
I love our industry. I love it. I love what I do. But the greed in this industry
Mhm.
is, and at this point, there's a lot of stylists that feel, our main companies have kind of compromised who we are as a cosmetologist, because these things are available to the public now
Right.
and cheaper than what we can buy them
Wow.
for.
Wow.
And I'm like, what are we doing here? It doesn't make what I do personalized anymore.
Right.
Yep.
When you can go down to Sally's, get the same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
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 of course, have fun trying to execute a balayage on your own. Hey, if you can, great for you.
If you can, she's got a chair you can
Yeah,
rent.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
So
But you were talking about the time difference. It's when you're running around and you're in your bubble local, you kind of get this idea that everybody's on your time frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different shift when you start thinking internationally,
Mhm.
right?
You're like, that happened Sunday? No.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, what day is it there?
Yeah.
Is it too early to call?
Mm-hmm.
Is it too late to call?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then switching back and forth between time zones, like England, that country is so small, it's all in the same time zone.
Mm-hmm.
The United States, there's a 4-hour difference between one coast and the next coast.
Yeah.
So I don't remember. We were young. We flew to Taiwan. We were on our way to Korea. I don't remember if it was going there or coming back, but we landed on the same day
As you
that we had left. The
left.
morning of the day we left
Yeah.
is when we landed. So we left. We flew out at like 6 o'clock in the evening,
That's got to make you
and
feel
we
so
landed
weird.
at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was like, what? Oh, okay.
cool.
I guess we're gonna do Tuesday
So-
again.
Yeah, right?
Be like, did you lose time
Well,
or
see-
gain it?
See, I don't care because now that I've got Sportsbet 365 on my phone, I'm calling him and asking him who just won the Super Bowl since they're 6 hours ahead. And then I can go ahead and place my bet, and and I'll be like Biff, I'll have
was thinking
all
the same thing.
yeah, and I'll have all the all the winning coming. Since I know someone's 6 hours ahead, buddy, I'd be foolish not to use that.
Tell me what you know, huh?
He's right. What just happened? Let me place my bets on that. All right. So getting back into the tinfoil hat stuff, we see Bongino is leaving the FBI because
Yes.
for years on his show he was all about transparency and we're going to get the Epstein files
got a
out
little
and no stone
transparent for
unturned,
him.
and then he gets in the FBI and crickets.
Yep.
And now he's
Shut that
leaving.
down.
So, do y'all think they got to him, or do you think he just saw the light?
I think
I-
they got to him,
I-
and they're going to make him sign 50,000 NDAs,
NDAs,
and they're
yeah.
going to have him.
And you can't talk about what you saw here.
did they do that to Marjorie Taylor Greene? Did she have to sign NDAs
I'm
and all
pretty
that kind
sure she had
of
to.
stuff.
Because when
I think
she
I
decided
think
to
she
leave-
is the epitome of you can't have good people in power because they won't stay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think she.
Well, because good people just ain't going to tolerate it.
well,
Right.
it's kind of the same with law enforcement. You
Mhm.
get good people in law enforcement, they tend
They
not
don't
to stay.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
got to be corrupt.
well, and you can't have an IQ over 85 or whatever it is. And they use the excuse that they won't stay if they if their IQ's too high. Well,
Well, if you're a critical
Phooey on
thinker,
that,
I mean, I
right.
just don't see how you could actually do,
yeah, right.
articulate that job.
Exactly. So, my point with all of this was that I'm surprised that Thomas Massey is still there. I'm surprised that what's her name? The girl from Hawaii. She was a Democrat. Now she's in the
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she's still in there. Because these are people that have morals and ethics and values.
She got
And
neutered, though.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
big time.
trying to work within the system. The problem is nobody, the system is never the problem. It's always we need more money, we need better people, we need better programs, we need more legislation. Whether it's your local school district or whether it's Washington D.C., the system is never the issue. But
well, the problem is the system is there to keep us fighting over bullshit that does not matter
Honestly,
whatsoever.
that is exactly what the guy from Turning Point who was leaving said. He said, our government has pinned us against each other, and you are blind if you don't understand that.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, because we can't come together as a nation like Nepal or, all this,
right,
because we are so blue and red.
Yep.
Y'all want to,
Tribal.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, let's just
well,
divide.
the Louisiana CCS stuff, that really opened my eyes to just how little blue and red, conservative, liberal matters. They're all under, and there's some stuff trending right now that I think is tearing that down. Have y'all been following the tax revolt online?
No,
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram?
I saw something about it, but I didn't really investigate it because I've been kind of hands off.
Yeah.
Same. I didn't have a phone for 3
You talk,
days, so
I mean,
That'll reset you.
yeah.
tax revolt is trending. I mean, threaten me with a good time. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're just not paying the taxes?
So
Yeah.
I
is
mean,
that
you do that on a
because of
personal
the-
level.
I
because of
saw
the
that
fraud.
in what country was that? They pretty much was like, nope, not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
God,
the whole government resigned.
yeah, yeah.
What country was that?
Belarus?
I don't remember what country.
I think
it
that's the one
was.
they just swapped them to the euro like yesterday. Like their ATM started spitting out euros instead of their own currency.
Right.
Devalued their currency by like 50 to 1.
Well, what Mary was talking about, this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe
Yeah,
a month
yeah.
ago.
I think that's the same one.
But the whole
Let's look it
government
up.
just left
Mm-hmm.
because the people were like, "Well, Minnesota, the daycare fraud in
Oh, man, that's
Minnesota is
sick.
what has kind of sparked this."
Right, because
Um, but there's people online going, "Look, we spent $1.8 billion
mhm,
on daycares that don't matter. We spent
the kids don't even
360
exist.
billion
Yeah.
in Israel. The Pentagon lost
glad-
$8 trillion dollars.
Yeah.
So the Pentagon hadn't passed an audit in 8 years, and they can't account for 18 billion, trillion, million dollars, whatever it is, but yet they still expect us
Mm-hmm.
to
Bulgaria.
keep Bulgaria. That was it.
Yes,
Bulgaria.
Yeah.
The whole government just
Mhm.
up and left because the people were like, nope,
Yeah.
not doing this anymore.
And that's what, like, if you can divide a country, you can
Yeah.
can turn it whichever way you want
So
to.
this
you know?
thing is catching fire.
Mhm.
A couple of these people's videos has gone viral, and
Well, I really hated that they tried to tear down the guy that did the most in-depth journalism work
Nick
that
Shirley.
that the government itself was supposed to
Yeah.
do prior to these opening up, but y'all never laid eyes on any of the
Yep.
children, any of the facilities, making sure that the
Yeah.
money that was given was used for that.
That's a 20-something-year-old kid, Nick Shirley. I don't know if he's
Mhm.
23, 26. So just with his camera,
Hats off. Yeah.
going asking questions.
Yeah.
So the narratives are coming down simply because of the technology, the internet, the availability of information.
Yeah, I realize without Twitter, we'd have never known any of this.
I
Well, yeah.
realize that Elon Musk literally saved free speech. But if you look at some of these tax revolt videos, people are like, I'm not filing. Come get me. You can't
Yeah.
arrest all of us.
Right.
And other people are saying, I'm filing, but I'm filing exempt.
Yep.
And F you.
You know what? I feel like people are at this point. 3 hot in a cot sounds wonderful.
They don't care.
Well,
this is catching fire.
Come at me, bro.
It'll be an issue.
The problem is they know every dime you make, where it comes from, where it's going, and all that. All filing taxes is you telling on yourself.
Mhm,
Mm-hmm.
They're just
You-
trying to set you up to get, because they know already.
mhm.
So
But-
why even have you file? Why not just go ahead and
That's
take what they're going
why
to take
they're
anyway?
Like, oh, well, you owe.
Yeah.
It also
Well,
makes
who
you an
figured that?
accomplice.
Yeah.
It makes you an accomplice to the
crime.
thievery,
Yeah,
right?
right,
So you're
right.
you're
Well, no,
willingly
Yeah.
going in there of your own will and
Giving them
Giving
this
them
so that
the
they
authority.
can send it to
Well,
you.
you,
Yeah.
you have the Vaseline on your finger.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wear
So-
your
What
lipstick.
happens
Yeah.
if everybody stops? Like one of these guys asked, I forget what AI it was. It may have been Grok, but he said, "What happens if nobody files?" And Grok, I forget what percentage of the population it is. It was like 23% or 27% of the population.
Mhm.
If they refuse to file, that is more people than there are agencies to
To go get
handle,
'em. Yeah.
process, go get.
Yeah.
But when it reaches that 30-something percent, everything stops.
Yeah.
Now the federal government has to recognize we need to renegotiate this deal,
Right.
because
Or they're going to
I
start
feel
a civil
like
war.
We have a
Because that's gonna be the
glorified
stepping stone to a civil war.
slavery
and
system.
when I say
Right.
this
Yeah,
is
we
this
do.
is going viral, I mean just in the last 24 hours.
I'm just so happy to see people open your eyes,
Waking up,
and
yes.
look at
And
what
it-
is going on.
It was Bulgaria. So Bulgaria's government did quit, and Bulgaria on January 1st did have their money replaced by the euro.
Mm,
And it was like a 50-1 loss.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so they lost big time, and I don't know what's going on in Bulgaria. I don't know if they're
Well, I
just
can
trying to get
find out.
everybody. Yeah, is that where that guy's from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could probably tell you
Oh.
some stuff, but
Oh, yeah.
it's something about getting ready for World War III, and they needed
Yeah.
some other tie-in to another country that was a little bit closer over on the Eastern Front.
They're in a very weird situation
Yeah,
in Bulgaria. I
Yeah.
mean, they're in a very, very weird situation.
and even looking at people, you look at all the fireworks going off for New Year's and all the different countries, and it's like Bulgaria. Is it Bulgaria?
Yeah, Bulgaria.
And everybody's like,
Yeah.
holding a candle and like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like we just
Yeah.
got our money wiped out.
Well, and they're caught between a rock and a hard place because obviously they don't want to be part of the EU
Nope.
for various reasons. and they are a former communist bloc country.
Right.
So they do still have a whole bunch of those ties to
Right.
Russia,
Right.
the former Soviets. And so they're kind of like, which way are we going
They're going to
here?
have to totally
Because-
reconstruct.
yeah, from the bottom up and
Yeah.
figure out, where they want to be and what they want to be doing.
Mhm.
Because obviously the EU was, a shining light for a long time.
Mhm.
Now
and
it's falling apart.
now
Now it's falling apart, and
well-
they really needed another country to come in and save their ass.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, now it's not a shining light. Now it's an interrogation light. It's definitely turned.
Yeah.
What threw me 2 weeks ago, I was looking at. I'd gone down the rabbit hole of silver, right?
Right.
Because
Isn't
the
it?
the lid
Through
is
the
coming off of
roof.
silver, right?
Yeah, it's getting
They can't control it anymore, right? So, going through that, I came across the 2008 bailouts. Right.
Oh,
Okay, $27 trillion is what they paid to get us
That's what
out
they
of that.
say they paid.
Right. Okay.
that's what the number they're comfortable with.
$8 trillion in 2008. 8 trillion. 1/3 of what they paid would have paid off every mortgage in the country.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
So we all should put on our lipstick.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 That changed my whole perspective on everything.
And see that this year,
Holy
I
shit.
just seen a video literally before I got here.
Well, hold your thought.
go ahead, go ahead.
Because I went to all the AIs and asked, who got that money? 27 trillion
Ooh.
bucks. Where'd that money go? Nobody got it.
Oh.
Every AI, doesn't matter which one you
Nobody
went to.
got it.
Nobody got it.
The banks got it.
No, they didn't. They ended up paying it back to the government. So,
right.
So nobody got it.
So
No
this-
one
So they
got
just added to the debt,
Yeah,
and
no, it didn't add to the debt. Every AI, no matter which one you asked,
so
had the
Mhm.
exact
what are you
same
getting
answer.
at? Try to dumb
Well,
it down for me. I'm stupid.
it's all part of the tinfoil hat shit.
So is this funny money?
Someone got the
I was
money.
going to say somebody
Yeah.
got it.
Well, according to them, guys like Michael Burry got it, and the people that shorted it that
Yeah.
realized what was
Yeah.
going on.
Wow.
They're the only ones that say that they're the ones that got rich. Okay, if 8 trillion would have paid off every mortgage in the country, and you gave them 27 trillion,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 3 times 8 is 24. So there's another 3 trillion on top of the 3
Right.
times you gave them to pay off every mortgage
So
in the company.
where was
country.
all that money? Where'd it go?
Well, you tell me.
I mean, people were caught with their pants down on that.
Well, they say
But-
AI is supposed to be neutral, and we know it's programmed. You expect Grok to be the most neutral because of where it comes from.
Yeah.
They all basically had the exact same patent
Yeah.
answer. And what that tells you is that is so ingrained in the internet and in that
The
that's
dynamic
what
of it.
it's pulling up is that
In the
they've
alternate
towed that line
intelligence.
so
I hate
long.
whenever I'm searching something and I know I'm getting the wrong answer
Yeah,
every
right.
time, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, you know the one of the marketing campaign people for TPUSA and Kerry Lake and all that's being funneled these millions of dollars in these backdoor channels isn't even on Google search. They said they have a website. We've been in business 10 years. We have a website. You cannot Google search it. It does not appear in Google searches unless you have the actual address. You can't find their website for this marketing company that's getting millions of dollars.
Wow.
Not only from Turning Point USA, but from
probably other
Democrats,
yeah,
Republicans.
yeah.
And it is
Israel.
a post office box in a UPS store in a strip
If
mall
that
in
is
Arizona.
not sketch,
Yep.
I don't know what is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wow.
that's like the Somali carrying $250,000 in cash every week to Somalia and getting waved through the TSA. Finally,
Yeah.
TSA whistleblowers are coming out and be like, "Yep,
Yeah.
we
And
were
see,
told to let
It
him go
was
through."
happening,
That's why this
yeah.
tax revolt is happening because of the $27 trillion nobody got, because you can walk through TSA with
With 250K.
250K because you can,
But let any of us try and walk through with
Oh
$5
my gosh,
grand.
yeah.
Maybe if
Oh,
we put
man,
all our
yeah.
money
Yeah.
together, we can walk through with like $5,000, huh?
yeah, and try to walk through the airport with $1,000
I'm,
cash.
But I
I'm bleeding
did-
money right
I-
now, so
Yeah,
Dude.
you're like, y'all are on your own.
Yeah.
Dude.
But I
No
saw
pizza tonight.
where Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue are fixing to file for bankruptcy, and I was like, "Here we go, $2,008 all over again."
Yep,
You
it's
know,
coming.
It's just starting to roll.
And then they got this weird illness coming out with this super flu kind of stuff
Oh,
that they
yeah.
really can't test it. It's not really the flu. It's not really, and then the measles outbreak in South Carolina. I mean, they're using the same playbook. It's like
Oh yeah.
they don't even try to rewash it.
No.
It's like they just take out a dirty shirt and like, hell yeah, this worked in 2020.
Turn it inside out.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
It's like the
Smells familiar.
fear mongering tactics,
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just don't know, man. And it's just like watching what's happening over there in that country, and I just kind of breezed over it today because I knew something was fishy when I knew their currency got swapped, and I knew that something was going on with the euro. And then you said the government quit, and I was like, I wonder if that's the same country. Damn sure is.
Yep.
And so there's something more screwy going on there than what we are being even led to know.
Yeah. And, you know,
But we got a guy for that, and he's going to find out.
Well, something else that ties into that is y'all know that Poland is one of the only countries that didn't let in all the refugees.
Yeah.
Right.
They went, nope, we are not taking refugees. Come in, walk our streets, see how safe everyone is, and how, you know, I mean, it's not ironic. And so the EU has just been bashing them, wanting to fine Poland all this money and all this.
For what?
And then the EU wants to turn right around and say, we've got to fund the Ukraine war because otherwise Russia's going to invade Poland. I don't think Poland's real worried about
Not
it.
at all.
not at all.
I mean,
And
you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Going, we've got to protect Poland, but we're going to fine the hell out of them
Yeah.
because they're not taking all the
Right.
refugees.
What-
Either you want Poland or you don't.
Right. And well, the whole refugee thing was basically the reasons why they had to have the whole Western countries accept all these immigrants. It's because they're going to start the real ID, digital ID, in order to prove yourself proven again through digital means that you're a citizen.
Yeah, it's a destruction of Western civilization.
Well, that too, but it's also a control mechanism,
Yeah,
right? So
absolutely.
if you're not supposed to be in the country, well, you need to go verify yourself again, get on a digital ID. That way we know you're truly a citizen. If not, now then you're going to be an immigrant illegally here in the country, and then we can
Then we can give you all our social programs.
right.
Yeah.
So that was
We'll make
used
sure
in
you're voting
all
right.
of the Western countries
Part
did
of the
that.
immigration issue is the birth rate, right? So you have to have a birth rate of 2.1
Right.
to have be at a replacement level
They're like at
to
what,
maintain
7
your
to 1.
culture. Well, even the United States, we're at like 1.8 or whatever
Yeah.
it
I was
is.
gonna say you can't afford
So,
to have kids.
Yeah, the boardrooms decided that, okay, even with the acts of violence, acts of terrorism, the social and moral decline, it is worth bringing these people in
For a tax base.
for tax base, voter base,
I was about to say
consumer
voting.
base.
Right.
And, you know, inflation's rampant and the money's devalued. And so we're going to have to give them the money, provide them housing. We're going to have to set them up.
It's like baiting.
Because Americans are not
so
doing
that
it.
Consumerism keeps going. And their replacement level, depending on, you know, whether it's from this country or that country. I mean, you know, like the Muslim replacement level's at 8 something,
Yeah,
8.3 or
yeah, it's a lot.
8.2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, the
that was
last
so
thing
high.
I looked at was for England. England is a Muslim country. They just don't realize it yet.
Yeah.
By
Aren't they like
2032,
something
they're
very
going to be
close.
majority Muslim.
Yeah.
I saw a lady that was she had flew in from England to protest at Illinois.
Hmm.
What's the town up there? It's not in Minnesota, but they're kind of being overran.
Oh, you're
with-
talking about Michigan.
Michigan.
Yes.
Sorry,
Dearborn,
Yes.
Michigan.
Dearborn, Michigan. So she flies in from the UK because I think it was that. But a reporter was talking to her and stuff, and she was like, "I have seen what it's done to
Yeah,
my
she's a bellwether.
country."
Right.
And she was like, "You don't want that here, you
Mm.
know."
No.
And he continued, "You know, well, do you feel safe walking?" And she's like, "No, I don't. You know, women are such a minority in that religion per se." But she was like, I came over here to really speak my mind on how it has affected
Her country.
her country, you know, her hometown. But what I heard last was that the prayer call was
Yeah,
going
5
off
times
at,
a day.
Yeah. Can y'all imagine?
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure the people in Europe are going, I never thought this would happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a World War II soldier, British soldier, who was like crying?
Yeah.
He's like 103 years old. He's like, I can't believe we fought and died
And this
for
is,
this.
yeah.
And this is
yeah.
what you're doing with what we've told we were fighting for.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
paid the price for this.
Yeah, it's just so sad to know that
So I would encourage.
So much sacrifice
that-
was given.
I saw a meme. It was like a easel with all these different colors on it, and it said diversity is beautiful. And then the next thing, it was all the colors mixed up. It was this horrible grayish looking color, and it was like everything don't need to mix. I mean, it's like the fish tank. You can't put just any fish in the tank together.
Right.
They'll start killing each other, and you create
Yeah.
turmoil.
That's why everything in this world is where it belongs.
Yeah.
Fish in the sea. I mean,
Yeah.
that's its
And,
domain.
Don't move to this country or that country or country over there. I mean, I think Japan has probably the best immigration policy ever.
Oh,
Right there with
they're
Poland.
hating it. No,
Oh,
they're
are
hating
they?
life right now
Are
too.
they?
Yeah.
Japan-
Well, they're just
Japan's
tired of the
thinking-
fatiguers. They come in there and they're pulling the same shit, and they're going, what the hell is wrong with y'all? You don't have any manners. You don't have any, no respect. Because in Japan, they drop off food in front of people's houses
Very
on the
respectful.
sidewalk.
Yeah, very
Right.
respectful.
And it doesn't get
culture.
stolen.
Yeah.
And
They
the
leave their
sidewalk's clean.
houses outside. Yeah, the
Yeah.
sidewalks are super clean. You can walk down their sidewalks in your socks and put your socks back in your shoes when you're done.
If you can't find a
It's a
job like in
very
3 weeks, these guys are going out killing themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because they don't have a job.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
embarrassed.
So
Yeah.
no, they are
I was about
they
to
are
say it's like a very traditional lifestyle.
Very
and
Yes.
you're
respectful,
upheld
yeah.
to pride and
Yeah.
respect and things like
which
that.
is why they're so against Poland right now, because they're the one European nation that just is not playing along. And not only are they not playing along, they're pointing out why they're not playing along.
Right.
And they're going in front of the UN going, we don't give a shit.
Right.
Y'all
Yeah.
take all of them you want. We're not taking
We're not
any
doing
of
it.
them.
Yeah.
We're not
I
doing
feel
it.
like they've sat back and watched what's happened, and they're like, "Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're not gonna. We're
Yeah.
not gonna."
Well,
be a part
they
of
also
that.
brought up that, hey, Poland is at non-replacement level birth rate. And they went, good, we'll have a smaller population to take care of.
Right.
Right.
So what?
Hey,
So
they're
what,
like,
we're
this
not replacing
benefits us in so many ways.
Yeah. And it's like, so we don't have to worry about Bill Gates murdering our population?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll take that too.
Right.
So it's a win-win-win as far as we see it.
Yeah.
And you go, no, it's not. You're not winning. You're losing. Well, how?
Yeah.
How are we losing?
Prove me
Explain
wrong.
to me how this is
Well,
bad for
I'll
us.
tell you how you're going to lose. Russia's going to invade. And then what? Okay, so what if they do?
Yeah.
Then what? We're not part of the EU?
Yeah.
Ooh, for shame.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
want to be
He
part
said
of the
we didn't
EU.
want to be
anyway.
a
we
part
get to
of
be-
it anyway.
We get to be part of a country that's Christian nation.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a Christian nation who's not letting, weird people invade.
Oh man! So had a conversation with my dad. He still thinks that communists and everybody in Russia is communist
Godless
and
communist.
an atheist, and
Yeah.
Right.
like, oh, I was like, Dad, that's like
It's the
1978.
stigma.
Yeah, I was like, that's over with. They're a Christian nation. Oh, no, they're not. They're all communists and they all hate Jesus. And
So I was over
like,
there.
wait a
yeah.
second. Hold on. I know that to be a lie.
Yeah, no, they're Orthodox
Yeah,
Christian.
Orthodox
They don't.
Christian,
They
yeah.
don't believe in the Pope. They're
Right.
not listening to what the Pope has
They don't
to
mess
say.
around.
No, they're
Well,
the
last
idea-
I heard, the Pope thought there was more than two genders.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it for what it's
There's
worth.
that.
Well,
There's a lot that goes along with.
yeah.
Wait, are
I
we
would
about to
agree
shit
with-
all over Catholicism?
Uh,
Uh-oh.
Better not.
I'm about to get canceled.
They're
Well,
all, they're
you know,
awesome.
my whole point with this tax revolution, this tax revolt, it's all of it, right? It's just the fatigue, the immigration, the fraud, the no
Okay.
accountability,
Yeah.
the
They had to know
constant
that was coming,
inflation. The
But
but they don't care.
They wanted to
Yeah.
play this game as long as it can be played.
The problem is, though, we had the Tea Party.
Yeah, what
and
happened
they
to those
poo-pooed it
people?
away.
Yeah.
We had what was it? The Wall Street sit-ins, where all the shutdown, the Wall Street,
Oh,
Occupy
Occupy
Wall
Wall
Street.
That was awesome.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
every time it comes in, the powers that be come in, dilute the shit out of
Yeah.
it,
Mhm.
make it go away, or they
yeah.
embrace. We hear you. We're gonna do, and then it just
Come
dissolves
in.
into
It's like,
nothing.
let's
we
absorb
hear
into
you.
us.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, look at MAGA. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
they are fighting tooth and
Civil
nail
war
to
in there.
prevent
Yeah.
Mhm.
America first.
Yep.
Yep.
America first is MAGA. America first, and you're just bleeding troops.
Talked to a lady that was a realtor in Manny, and solar farms just came in, and she has 140 acres on her farm, and they have these huge solar farms that are going in, and she says it would astound you how many people are working
Right.
and the construction that's going on for solar farms
Wow.
and taking up and clear cutting whole areas and fields and
Doing panels.
huge panels and rock
I've got
and
friends that
everything
do
being
that.
and it's like, man, I'm so glad my kids don't propagate that, because I would be
Right.
very, very disassociated with them if they did. Because my son could have gotten a pipeline job doing CCS. My
Right.
other son could have been working for TSA, or not TSA, the Homeland Security, but he's not.
Right.
There's a lot of incentives out there money wise, but their fortitude and their actual conviction of not
Yeah.
propagating the system is what makes them the men that I am very proud of to call my sons,
That's
because
awesome.
they have not looked at just the monetary value of the time that they spend doing those things. It's about not propagating the system,
Right.
not allowing that beast system to move forward. So this lady was telling me, she's like, this solar farm, we didn't even really know was coming down the pipeline. And I was talking about CCS.
Right.
And I was like, they tried to shove that down as fast as they could. But we caught it. We stopped it for a little bit, but I have a feeling we're going to fight again. And she's like, these things went past, all through the boards and everything. Everybody got
Right.
paid off. All
Yeah.
the local politicians, all the landowners got paid off. They start putting these solar farms in. And she says, well, they told us on the front end that it was going to be for our benefit of our electricity and that we were going to get lower rates. And then she says, we found out that through a third-party company, Meta was the one that bought all the land, did all the solar farms to give backup power to their
the
AI data center
AI
that was
data.
going in up there up
Yeah.
North Louisiana.
Right.
And she says, and we found that out, we're not going to get any benefit
No.
for our electricity. And it's all for Meta to offset their
Yeah.
cost for
Well,
electricity.
you look at all the NDAs that our public officials have had to sign behind those data agreements, those data centers. Why are you not able to put this agreement on the table you struck to bring that data center there? What is
Right.
it you don't want us to know?
Right.
So everybody's electricity is going to go up.
Yep.
Everybody's water bill
Water
is going
quality
to go
is
up.
going to go down.
We are all going to pay those corporate welfare programs to allow those data centers to get built and operate and function. You've got a multi-trillion-dollar company, a global company, and we're cutting them breaks.
And
They don't
giving
have
them-
to pay
yeah.
their water bill. They don't have to pay their electric bill.
That's what I'm saying. That
Giving
right
them
there.
incentives to come
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
poor Louisiana,
For what?
pay off a couple of politicians, get what you want. And it's like my, talking to another, unfortunate boomer that has been fed the lie that, all these other countries are doing it. China and everybody's got AI. And if we don't do it, they're going to beat us. And I'm like, what, beat us to slavery?
Yeah.
They're going to beat us in enslaving our own population? What are they going to beat us at?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't know. They're going to have all these AI stuff, and we're going to fall behind as a country. And I'm like, oh, okay, but we're not going to be slaves.
Yeah.
Right.
They're enslaving their people through the program of AI and all this stuff, and they're developing a slavery system and a caste system. And you're saying it's okay? We need to do that now too?
Yeah.
For what
I don't-
reason?
I don't know if there was a manuscript that was on display at a museum. I think in Europe. I think it was in England. I may be wrong, but Cook, I think, is the general's name, the Civil War general. Anyway, he was a 33-degree Mason and a member of the Klan, but he had a dream where he laid out the 3 world wars, and the first 2 were dead on balls accurate. The third one,
Ooh.
it is shaping up to be just as he predicted. I think
to
it's
look into
Cook
that.
was his name, but yeah, it's hard to find.
Mhm.
They scrubbed this thing because it lays out who was fighting who and for what the purpose was, what the public purpose was, what the real agenda was, and
Wow.
it is
That wasn't
unfolded.
Pike, was it?
Pike, that was it. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
he's a character, man. So
That was
he is
it.
actually part of that whole New World Order agenda type of a deal system that was going on, and he actually propagated some of that and made some of that actually kind of come to light.
Yeah,
And-
he was
and-
a world player in
Oh,
18.
in
30
18,
whatever.
Yeah, Albert Pike.
Albert Pike was his
Yeah.
name. I don't know why I
Sick,
said
I'm gonna
Cook.
look
sick
into that.
individual, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely demonic.
Yeah.
Mm.
But his fever dreams on the 3 world wars.
Yep.
It's kind of not funny, but
How did he have that
knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
It's like he just spoke about a book that was already pre-written,
yeah,
and they were just supposed to follow it.
yeah, and that's I call that radio station, and I can't make them understand all this stuff they talk about blue and red and conservative. Everything is functioning exactly the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Except our podcast. We have to take a break. We will be right back with more of Leesville Tattoos and Views.
Whenever you're ready to be bold, it's time for Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor. Call 337-404-1703. Find them on Facebook or book your appointment through Vagaroo. Whether it's a beautiful cut, the perfect color, or just a fresh update, Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor has you covered. They're right behind Domino's in Leesville at 1614 South 5th Street. And remember, be good to your hair. You wear it every single day. That's Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor in Leesville. Call 337-404-1703 today.
Let's be honest, you don't want to spend money in a business that smells like an armpit or a dipsty dumpster. Here at Leesville Tattoo, we keep the shop smelling great with the help of Christie's candles. They're so strong, we rarely light them. We just open the lids and let them do their magic. Do your nose and your company a favor. Open some of Christie's candles around your place and make living peaceful a priority. Christie's candles available exclusively at Leesville Tattoos.
Carrie Joe Photo Co. is the only choice when you're serious about preserving those special moments that only happen once in a lifetime. Weddings, engagements, graduations, grand openings, organizations, and events. Carrie Joe Photo Co. are the professionals. Need your event filmed? At Carrie Joe Photo Co., it's not a problem. With hundreds of special events, thousands of painstaking creative hours, and millions of beautiful moments and memories captured, Carrie Joe Photo Co. has all the experience you require when nothing less than the best will do. 337-591-1748. 337-591-1748. Carrie Joe Photo Co. on social media and kmphotoandfilm.com. Don't wait till it's too late to preserve your moment forever with Carrie Joe Photo Co. 337-591-1748 and kmphotoandfilm.com. That's Carrie Joe Photo Co.
Hey y'all, it's Carrie Joe and welcome to the Truth Serum. Life is loud, messy, and a little crazy sometimes, and too often it feels like nobody's really hearing us. Like we're talking, but the world's not listening. On top of that, we're surrounded by negativity that tears us down when what we really need is more honesty, more support, and more real conversations that lift us up. So that's what we're doing here. The subjects that feel too dark or off limits, we're talking about them. Those uncomfortable moments you found yourself in and thought, I can't be the only one, we're talking about it. The dangerous, the taboo, the things people would rather sweep under the rug, we're talking about those too. Unfiltered, unashamed, unapologetic, and authentic. This is where the truth lives and where we can finally say the things we've been holding back. So pull up a chair, hit play, and let's talk about it on the Truth Serum with Carrie Joe.